Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Robot Attack. My name is Scatter5, and today we have MacLeod. How are you today?
Hello, I'm not bad, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm excited to finally connect with you and to do this with you. I actually had this idea for a bit, and I was like, I should probably reach out to you at some point.
Oh,
So
bless. Of course.
yeah,
I'm so honored. Thank you so much for
yeah, of
having me again.
course. If you're new here, we're talking about like usually video game topics. We usually also do some streaming topics, so we're here. I felt to introduce a new person today. So we'll kind of get started. We usually start off with like kind of the most recent games that you have been playing recently.
Wow, wait. Now, I love this question
Yeah.
because I'm somebody that dashes around games so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand people who can sit and just play a game and then finish it. Like, I have dashed around, but my three most recent played games, I just started Elden Ring in my free time,
Oh no.
and
Oh
oh my
no.
God, but you say, "Oh no,"
Oh no.
but something has happened, and it's so cozy for me. I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel so chill and so great just running around fighting all the bosses. It's great. Love Elden Ring.
How do you have the mental capacity for Elden Ring? Tell me your
I
secrets. I want to
really
know.
wish I could tell you, but I just run on vibes and whimsy, and because I recently got the Snow Witch's armor, like
Mm,
I'm running around in the full witch gaff, and I look great. So I'm happy that I just look great, you know?
yeah, you're just slaying across these like death of everyone and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that's amazing.
exactly.
So
But yeah, I've been
what other
playing
things
Elden
besides Elden
Ring.
Ring?
Oh, I mean, it depends. Again, it depends because I have like my online games that I play and my story games, but I recently have been back in my Dead by Daylight era off stream as well.
Mm,
It's funny because I mostly stream cozy games like Stardew and Palia and all that jazz, but outside of stream recently, I've been kind of been tapping back into my kind of non-cozy side and like the horror games. I've been really loving Resident Evil, just like watching people play Resident Evil recently and
okay,
stuff like that.
I don't, this is like a new you, because I just feel like the amount of time I watched you and seen you, like it's all cozy and like chill vibes, like you were saying, and now you're playing Elden Ring. You're talking about Resident Evil.
Yeah, I mean, but it's weird because people who've like played the series and like have really gotten into it, like how do you play them? I just find the cozy in things that aren't.
Hmm.
Like in Elden Ring, I love just running around, exploring the world, and like seeing everything in Dead by Daylight. I think it's so funny to play with friends. Like
Hmm.
I'm a goofball, and I love making like the horror really funny. Um, and yeah, Resident Evil, I just think I love the character story and the lore and stuff. I actually really am fancying getting into the remakes of them
Hmm.
because I've watched basically all the games, but not played them myself. So I do fancy giving them a go and seeing how far I can get. Probably not very far, but maybe. Who
Nice.
knows?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, without I definitely needed help with one of my friends, Neon, who helped me through Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3, and because it's a little bit complicated. I feel like in terms of where do I need to go, and is there a certain thing, sword or gem I need to destroy this character
Yeah,
or this.
exactly.
So
I mean, Google has been my best friend for Elden Ring. Like, I'll try and do something my first try, but because of how open world and like how much help you do not get, I definitely need help with Google and stuff like that with
yeah,
Elden Ring for sure.
definitely. What I've been playing is some little bit of Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe original, and it's amazing. I remember playing it when I was younger and beating all of the levels, and it is an old game, and it crashed I literally was playing this before this recording, and then I had to you have to restart your computer in order to like do anything. It's a little janky, but it works. But
Oh my God, I love that. I think
yeah,
I've seen people again like play the Roller Coaster Tycoon stuff, but
yeah.
honestly, I need to delve more into my retro games. I think the oldest game that I'm playing right now is Ocarina of Time,
Mm,
and I'm doing that as and when I feel like it, which is quite fun. But yeah, I with the older games, they usually come a lot of charm and a lot of nostalgia that I just don't really have because I didn't start gaming until the Wii came out.
Hmm,
So the Wii was my first console, and obviously, I have so much nostalgia and like love held for the Wii.
right.
But things before the Wii, I'm like, I didn't
What
play
is
any of
this?
it.
Yeah,
So
no.
what is this?
Yeah, well, I have the original CD too, and it still can play on this PC, but but that's when you know that it's genuine amazing work that these devs is. But I would yeah, it's hard. I could understand. I was watching um you play what were you just mentioning? Sorry, I just blanked.
Ocarina of Time?
Yes, I haven't played that myself either, so it was like also kind of exciting to watch like anyone else to actually see the game and actually like is like I don't probably be able to have the copy of this at this point in time that I could play
Yeah.
it. So it's like it's cool to see. And I've been playing some RV there yet. I don't know if you've seen some of the games for Wholesome Direct. Have you?
Yeah.
We've been playing Cat Mail Co. with me and Luna. I would recommend that one for you if you, for sure. It's definitely for
Yes.
friends like that. You might try to play with somebody. Um, you know, so that one is
It
just
looks
like
so cute.
yeah,
I
you're
love it.
you're a cat and you're organizing mail packages and giving them to people or putting stamps and you could kind of put your own like the stamps that are on there. It's really cute.
Oh
So
my
check it
God. I think
out.
it's on my wish list. So like my wish list is like 3,000 games long at this point, and I kind of forget what I put on there.
Yeah,
Because I'm
right.
like, oh, that looks cute. Add it there, add it there.
Yeah.
Some of the games that are coming out recently, I'm really glad I mean, for me, what I've noticed in the indie game space is that we're kind of getting out of that epidemic of releasing unfinished games. Because we
Right.
went through like a really big phase of like games releasing and then having all these like patched updates that made the game playable.
Right.
And I really hated that. Like, I want my game. I would happily pay more for a finished game
Right.
than pay less for a game that has updates and stuff and pay DLC. So I'm
Yeah.
really glad that stuff like that is fully fledged.
Yeah, I totally get that. I feel I'm kind of the opposite though. Cuz like what I remember playing Don't Starve before it was in beta and I was like see
Yeah,
my opinion is like okay, if it gets released today, it's good. But like cuz obviously even lately with every game still gets updates even with releases cuz you don't want to like Planet Coaster 2 just got released it's like a year ago or 2 years ago where it just got updated cotton candy and
Ah.
it's adorable and some donuts and stuff and it's like why isn't that in the original game but so
exactly.
but yeah I get your point too is like well it might not be what you're looking for in this game and you want to make sure that you're worth your value I guess and that's a good point I like that.
Exactly.
So, sorry, we'll get into some of the main course of the topic. So, you stream. How long have you been like streaming for, and like what got you motivated to get started to do that?
I've been streaming, oh my God, is it about 2.5 years now, I want to say? It's approaching three. Um, and it's been such a wild ride. When I first started, I literally pressed go live out of like just a whim because
Hmm.
I tried streaming before. Like it was maybe 2 years before I had started this time around, and I was playing mostly games like Fortnite and like first-person shooter games. My roots are in competitive gaming and competitive shooters specifically. I used to play a lot of competitive Overwatch back in the day, and a lot of competitive Fortnite when that was a big thing. Um, so I kind of started off doing that, and I never really found success, like in a tunnel visioned way, like success of what it may be.
Right.
Um, and so I kind of just like quit, and I was just doing it for the sake of doing it. And then I had spinal surgery, And I was like out, I'm not doing anything for about a month, and I found these really cute games on my Switch, like
Mm,
Animal Crossing and Spiritfarer and Stardew, and I'm like, hey, these are really chill and nice. So I'd started, I got myself a bit of a setup going on my Xbox and Switch, and thought maybe I should start streaming again, but just in a different place. So I did, and met some really great friends, really great people. And now I've been doing it for 2.5 years, which is absolutely crazy to me. I can't
yeah,
believe it.
that's impressive. That's awesome. Yeah, I want to say I've connected to you. Was it last December? Because I remember following you during Jingle Jam time. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's is
I
awesome. So
remember.
like I know that you do like some of the charity stuff and stuff like that. So it's I think that's like one way to like connect with other people at like other people are doing Jingle Jam at the same time. Oh, I want to check out other streamers that want to do this. I'm sure you've gotten some people from that or other charities as well.
Yeah, 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 of course. I mean, I love Jingle Jam specifically because it's such a big event. And funnily enough, I didn't really know what Jingle Jam was when I got invited. I was like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
I was so naive. So I went digging, and like, it's been around for years.
Mhm.
Like, Jingle Jam is a thing. It's been
Yeah.
a thing for ages. So it was great to meet some people through there. But it was around Jingle Jam time where I kind of found a bit more of my core audience, because for a while I was kind of sitting at like a similar, size, and was growing very, very slowly. And then after Jingle Jam, I'd met some really great people and really great friends now, who I've even like met up with some of them in real life. And
Right.
since then I kind of found some more people, and just, I kept thinking to myself, maybe I should, just take streaming a little bit further, and consider it as less of just a thing to do on the side, and kind of really put some more time and energy into it. Granted, it's still not a job
Right.
yet, but I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Is that
Um,
what your kind of like ultimate goal is to try to make a living off of this, or is it kind of just still for fun?
yeah, well, I mean, it was only fairly recently, like within the last couple months, that I was even thinking about like full time or anything like that, because ever since I started, I wanted to just do it for fun. Then it evolved into, I've got a lot of opinions and a lot of um causes that I want to support.
Mm,
And I kind of thought, well, I've got a bit of a platform now, so I can kind of just build on it and maybe use what I have to spread my messages out there. And now, what I like to say to people is, I want to create a space where you can unwind, relax, and be yourself without fear of judgment, because it's not a space that I had when I needed it, coming out as queer, and um, having these spaces where you can just be yourself.
mm.
So I mean, maybe one day going full time, I have big goals and big stuff like that. But as long as I can still hold my values, still have fun, and just, keep being a goofy goober, then yeah, I don't mind.
You're a goofy goober. I will say, like, when I rated you last, it was like 70 people. I was like, what? I was like, I
It
can never
was.
get, yeah.
Oh, oh
Sorry
my
to.
God, I didn't even realize that. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't. I
So
rarely
like,
ever like look whilst I'm
no.
live. It's when I raid out, actually. When I see, sometimes I'll see the number when I raid out, and I'm like, how did that happen?
Right.
Where did that come from?
Like even for me, like more than 10, I'm like, what? Like when I think when I
Exactly.
collaborated with somebody else, I think it was Luna or something, we rated with like 20, and I was like, what, where, when, how? Like it's
Yes.
crazy. So you mentioned like the being queer and stuff. So did you identify as a LGBTQ plus creator, like um influence your streaming journey in any way?
For sure. I mean, I've met so many other queer people in the space, and I mean, streaming has helped me find myself and kind of come out and be more expressive, and kind of really explore, more aspects of gender and stuff. Because when I first started out, I thought myself to be non-binary, and I didn't really know where I fit in the world, and I was still just like floating around, and just kind of being the me that other people expected me to be. And then I kind of found Twitch, and found spaces where I could discover who I was. And now I'm out and proud as a trans woman, and I kind of stand for my values, and I try and be strong on my boundaries and stuff. And streaming has really helped me meet amazing queer people who have done so much for their spaces and for me, and also find queer people who I can like kind of take under my wing and help with their journeys and stuff. It's great.
Yeah, do they do the like the same thing in return? Like, hey, I'm on this journey too. Do you have any advice? X, Y, and Z. Like, is that kind of is it just one sided, or do you feel you're all here together?
Oh, I definitely think it's like a community effort. I mean, I've helped certain people in my community. They've come out to me and on our community, on stream and stuff, and I'm always open to questions about, what I do and how I live, but I'm still new to this whole like, trans thing and, being me fully. So I have loads of questions for other people as well, and especially with some of the laws that are in the UK at the moment, trying to really express yourself and trying to find your way is really difficult. So having people around me to help with that is great for sure.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. I'm glad you have that type of people to support you, and even though like they're strangers in a way, you've never met these people in your life, but at least you have this like common ground of related thing that you all can, you know, talk about together. So that's cool. Um, I'm sorry, go on.
I just said, "Oh, yeah, of course, it's great,
Yeah,
obviously."
yeah. So great. So what do you enjoy like most about the community you've built personally?
Oh wow. Oh, that's a great question.
I
Ooh,
know.
ooh.
I know.
I mean, do I have to choose one? Or can I
Yeah,
choose
one
many?
specific no.
One.
Go on
Oh,
forever.
obviously.
No.
Okay. I mean, it still avails me sometimes that I have found like it's just wonderful people and kind of really just created a space where people truly can just enjoy themselves and really like unwind and relax. Um, I think I love the friendship part of the community. I've actively seen people make friends in my community. Like I've been streaming and I'll be playing my game and I'll see in the chat that people are like chatting about their favorite game or favorite food, and they'll like, oh, what's your Discord username, and they'll really get together and make friends. I mean, some people who have met in my community and fallen in love, like they're in a relationship now,
Awesome.
and they met in my stream. I'm like, it's really crazy. I think
You're
my
like
one favorite thing
a
is
wing
that.
person, you
Exactly. I'm
yeah.
like, I am your matchmaker.
Yeah.
I'm finding friends. I've said to
See
people
now
sometimes that,
see now you gotta do
yeah,
it, like, for sorry to interrupt. Now you need to do it for,
no.
like, Valentine's Day. It's like, "I'm the matchmaker. We're gonna try to, like, have this"
Oh
I
my God, I need to write that down for next
Yeah,
year. That
yeah,
would be
yeah.
such a fun stream. I dress as Cupid.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
right, speed dating.
So I was a part of kind of this like speed friendship dating, and we've like as of course we're not dating, but it was kind of like it was just meeting a bunch of streamers that we had like pre-selected questions we had to fill out, and then I can't think of her name, but she created all this, and I still Holly, that's her name. Watch Holly. So she created
Yes, I
this.
know who you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, she created this thing, and then like I see once in a while them saying hi to me, and go on the chat. I was just with one earlier today, and so like yeah, you should do like have this actual dating thing, but that'd be a lot, I'm
It's
sure.
so fun. Oh my God, that would be great. But yeah, it's been wild to see people like just meet their friends in
Yeah,
communities and in my stream and stuff. And I'll say to people, I might not be your forever streamer, but I will help you find your forever friends.
yeah,
Like I like to think that I'm good at helping people match the vibes and stuff. And yeah, there's
yeah.
so many great things about it, but my favorite is definitely the friendship part of things.
Yeah, definitely. I will say to compliment you, and I think this is a way to do so. That like when I was first watching you, I saw you on like Discord at Lily. You posted. I was like, yeah. I usually try to follow everyone on there. And but like really when I go to your streams, etc., is like you have that vibe of positivity, excitement, and like energy that you have that I feel like I mean, I don't really. I'll be honest. I don't really pay attention to chat, but I could feel like your chat and community members are very like. supportive and of what you do and like get along with each other. And it's just
Oh.
amazing to see like I was actually talking about this on stream. I think before I rated you, I was like, yeah, she is amazing, and everyone that I was talking to you about like knew who you were already, and were excited about this podcast already. But like, anyways,
That's so sweet.
but
Oh, thank
but
you.
like, yeah, you have this definitely this community that I agree is like you have this like this warm energy of chill vibes. Even when you said Dark Souls, I'm like, I gotta watch you now next time when you play and just see how I'm excited for
I've been
that next
considering
time.
like streaming it at some point, but I don't know. I There's some games that I'm like, this is my off-stream game. You guys aren't seeing this. This is like
Yeah,
my game, and then you guys can have the games that the cozy games, the ones I enjoy the most, but also like let me nerd out in the corner.
yeah. No, I meant Elden Ring. Sorry, Elden Ring. But yeah,
I do want to play Dark Souls though. It's true. Like I do want to try Dark
mm,
Souls because I hear that Dark Souls 2 is the worst, and
mm,
I sometimes I'm in the mood for pain, so I
yeah.
do want to like what? Maybe Dark Souls 2 is the gig. Maybe.
Yeah,
Who
that
knows?
I trickle. I used to play like either Monday or Tuesday Dark Souls or some Souls like game, and then Trackmania, because it's like that way I just have this bang my head against the wall without actually having that experience. It's just very frustrating but rewarding because it's like I finally beat this boss after a trillion times, or I got this record.
Exactly.
you know?
That's my favorite part about Elden Ring is the feeling of like the adrenaline I get. Like literally once I spent about 3 weeks on a single boss and
Oh
I
my
beat
god.
it in voice chat with all my friends and it was crazy. I went downstairs to get coffee and I was shaking. I'm like trying to get the coffee like, like it was wild and I love that. It's just great.
Yeah, I gotta like remind myself to like breathe, 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 and just like settle down. And like when I was like playing with my friend Neon, I was like voice chatting with her and stuff, and I was like, sliver left of a health bar on the boss, and then I die, and then she's like, Scouter, no, and I was like, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, I know. It's like I was so close to beating this boss, and
It's
it's
the worst. Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, has being a LGBTQ plus creator influenced your experience in the gaming or streaming community in any way? You think?
I mean, it's weird because I think had I started streaming properly maybe a few like 5, 6 years ago, I think it would have been a lot more different. But I think now Twitch is quite though it's quite a small world, it's very separated in a lot of ways. People who don't want to be in the queer spaces won't be. I've not noticed many people who have, you know, crossed my path who don't like queer people or what have you. I mean, granted, you obviously get the odd person coming in who, is a bit hateful, but with
Right.
them, you just ban them and off you go. But
Hmm.
I think what the main way it's influenced me is mostly, yeah, the community and the friendship side of things. The amount of amazing people that I've met through gaming who happen to be queer and have kind of really shared their experience with things, and also the amount that we do for charity and for causes. Like with my many stream teams, a lot of us are queer in there, and we do like these group gaming collabs where we raise money for charity, and things that happen in the game correlate to like a charity donation and stuff, and it's great. There's really wonderful events out there with queer people around gaming that really do change the world in some way, whether it's little or small, big or little. It's it's great. So, luckily, not negatively influenced. I love gaming, and it's kind of made me love competitive games a bit more
Mm.
because when someone dies, I love thinking like they got beat by a queer person. They got beat by me, and
yeah.
they'd hate that. Like just knowing that someone would hate being beat by a trans woman is like yes,
Yeah.
a win for me.
yeah. Right. That would be. I didn't even think about that. That's amazing. That'd be amazing.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Or yeah. That's that's incredible. And that's great. So and then how do you feel like the gaming industry has changed over the years? Um, like I don't like how over the years, like when it comes to LGBTQ plus representation and inclusion, like do you feel like it's like increasing or decreasing like within the past?
I I'd like to think that it's increasing a lot more. I mean, there's amazing indie games. I really got to thank my indie devs out there because I think that indie devs are a lot more forthcoming and a lot more inclusive in their games. Like games like Mixtape, I don't know if you've played it
Yeah,
or heard of it. It's so
yeah,
inclusive and it's so wonderful,
yeah. I've heard
which
it.
is great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very Life is Strange vibes. And yeah, same with Life is Strange, stuff like that. Devs in games are including more queer representation and kind of, supporting more queer forward charities. Like the Wholesome Games Direct, as you mentioned earlier, that I think their charity sponsor this year was a trans charity, which was great.
all right.
We love to see it. Um, I'd like to think that it's getting better. I hope that the more AAA companies are a bit more transparent on where they stand. Because a lot of the time when people, ask about where they stand with certain um, opinions and, certain parts of a debate, they're very much so very neutral. And in certain debates, you can't, being neutral just, there's no point. And
Mm,
it kind of gives us our answer. If
right,
people don't want to share where they actually stand, we kind of know where you stand.
right.
So I really hope that, if any AAA companies are watching this right now, please
Yeah,
tell tell us what you think. Be
yeah.
honest.
All
Just be
right,
honest. And if you think that it's going to lose you publicity, then maybe change your opinion.
right.
Just me.
Yeah,
Who
right.
was that? Was that the wind?
Yeah,
Who said
right.
that?
Yeah, right. No, well, I feel like yeah, AAA is slow. I mean, like you were mentioning Resident Evil earlier. That I feel like well, there's more on the disability side of it. They're not to the LGBTQ, however, but like they're a little bit including some of the aspect, like some of the crates are colored with yellow paint because so that you can see it for people who might not be able to see very well, etc. um so they incorporate, like, there's multiple examples, I'm sure. That's just the one I could think of the top of my head to help out. So, like, I guess that's one kind of AAA example that's at least touched on a aspect of a community that isn't
Hmm.
really spoken for, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But yeah, same thing with you were talking about with Wholesome Direct. I've been following them for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I want to say probably longer, but it's like my E3 every year, and I was a co-streamer of it this year, and I was
Me
so
too. Twinsies. Let's
I thought
go.
you were
Yes.
okay, sorry. I thought you were when I was looking on your Instagram. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she was, and then I looked and I was like, "Oh, I don't see having it post," but I'm like, I'm 90% sure you were
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
co-streamer,
mean,
so
last year I got invited, but sadly I caught meningitis and
oh,
like
no.
and some other medical things happened and like it was not good. So I had to obviously give up my spot and was like, I can't co-stream for it.
Right.
I was so gutted because it was like my first time being invited, but I'd watched it like for I think since 2022. I'd
Yeah.
watched the Wholesome Direct and like watched what Jenny and the devs were doing with indie games and cozy games. So I'd been following it for ages, and I was like, maybe one day I can be one of these host streamers that they're always talking about. And then I got the email, and I was like, oh my God, no! Why now? Why
Yeah,
now?
right.
So I put my application in at the beginning of this year, and was like, maybe, who knows? And it went through, and I co-streamed it. It was so good.
Yeah.
I just love the Wholesome Games Direct. It's great. And also, funnily enough, I don't know when this episode's coming out, but next week on the 13th of August, I'm actually going to be on a raid train slot for the Wholesome Games Direct raid train,
Wow.
where we're going to be playing games that were showcased in the Direct and, different indie games and stuff. So, funny you should say that.
I'll try to produce this before then, but yes,
No rush, but
yeah,
people who maybe be seeing this afterwards, go watch the VOD. It was, I'm
yeah,
sure it was great. I'm sure it was
yeah.
great.
That's exciting. No, and maybe soon enough you'll be one of those people of when they introduced the games, I'm
You
sure.
think?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's crazy. I mean,
I
I
would.
would love to. Ever since one of my friends was on there, I think it was this year. Min's Meadow
Mm,
was on there for one of them, and I'm like, oh, I know Min.
I
That's
know
my
her.
friend Min. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait, maybe me one day, maybe me.
yeah. Then I could say that to you. No, that's so exciting. So now I was gonna put a question on for wholesome direct, and then I wasn't sure, but so now I'm. So like, what do you like being the co-streamer? Like, what did you think of it? Like, did you were you nervous about like, and how did you like? I think I had the same reaction. I'm like, yes. I when I put the application in, I was so excited and I was so ecstatic. I was like, this is literally the best thing, and I'm sure you felt the same way. um
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's wild. That's I'm excited. I'm definitely will try to stop on by. How did you manage to like get a part of the like the raid train thing?
So, I mean, shout out to my amazing friend Sweet Wild Thing. She is such I can't think of the word, but she's like everywhere. She's
Yeah,
in every single space, and she's so good at managing her time and organizing so many events at once. And I'm really good friends with her, and I am currently in like a modding for her Palea specific raid train. I'm in her stream team, and like we're thick as thieves. And she was like, "Hey, I'm doing this raid train. I know that you were a co-streamer. So honestly, biggest tip for getting into events, because I would at one point, literally at the start of this year, I was like, "Oh, I see so many people getting into these events. Like, how do I do it? I wanna be a part of these things."
yeah,
And it's literally just knowing the right people, just making friends with people, and trying to spot patterns of like where things are being held, because usually a lot of the time it's one person creating all of the events. Like for example, if you're in the guilds are great for events. I know that the Pride Guild, I think now, the Women's Guild is doing like a Halloween event in the guild at some point at the end of the year. So yeah, just being in the right circles is a great start of like making friends and stuff.
right. It's good to know. What guilds are you a part of right now?
I'm not a part of any guilds right now,
Oh.
but I
Oh.
people are like, "You're not a part of the guild." I'm like, "No." Everyone thinks I am, but I'm not. But maybe I should be. When the application's fully opened up, I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they'd get accepted." And I mean, now I know much better than to deny yourself an opportunity just because they might say no.
Right.
Like at this point, if someone tells me no, I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
Um, but maybe one day. It's such a big place, isn't it? And such a big thing. But I'd
That's
love to be.
yeah, that's my approach to anything as well. It's like for instance, this podcast. I was just like, you know what? DM her, or
Of
DM
course. I
people.
mean,
What's the
please.
worst that happen? They say no, and then okay, well,
Yes, please DM me with all the opportunity. Just please. I love doing stuff like this. It's great. I'm a yapper, and I got to get my yaps out somewhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I totally again. I forgot. I was like, I saw that you're because you're trying to also expand on like your voice and trying to get a stand on that and trying to make. I was like, well, this is a good opportunity for you, I think, and well, for me especially, I was excited to do this as well, but like I was like, this might be a good push for trying to help with your voice acting
Thank
and
you.
but like I was like I totally
Yeah.
blanked on it when you posted it on. So I've just for in context, me and Moon just met on Lily's like Discord. So like just like for me and personally as well, it's like I try to. That's what I like you mentioned earlier. It's just like you got to be connected. I try to be like I have like 10 tabs open of trying to like watch as many people and trying to support them and like
I feel it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's again, it's always nice to like watch you and so like and now I'm
Yeah.
like have you have this establishment like we're friends now. It's like, okay, now is the time I should DM you. Is like,
Yeah,
yeah, you
I
might not
really
know me
appreciate it,
very much.
genuinely.
No,
Yeah,
like
I really
even
appreciate it because I get like DMs from people being like, "You want to collab?" and they've never like I've never spoke to them before, and I'm like, "I'm sure you're great, but
however,
I don't want to work with people who I don't know." So people who
yeah,
reach out to me after I get to know them, and like same with me, if I'm ever wanting to do something with somebody, I always make the effort to get to know them first, because
Mm.
you'd be surprised how many people don't really think about that common sense and respect of like just getting to know someone first. Like the way I see it is if you're on the street, walking down the street and someone goes, "Hey, you want to work for my business?" and you've never met them before, it's
Yeah,
like,
right. What
"What? No.
business? Who
Hello?
are
What?"
you? What is your work style? All
Exactly.
right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, it's cool. And yeah, thank you so much. I don't have any more questions, but I really appreciate this. So how do people like be able to find you on Twitch and everything else?
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, kind of everywhere really. Username is Marklmoon, Marklmoon. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
I stream 4 times a week on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 5 p.m. UK time. Come along, grab your favorite drink, your favorite dad joke. We love dad jokes. And just chill out. We're
What's
just
your
happy.
favorite dad joke?
Oh my God. W- I've thought about this. I've got this in the back of
Yeah,
my brain for
yeah, yeah.
whenever someone asks me, what do you call a lady that sounds like an ambulance?
Mm, what do you?
Nina.
Ah, that's good.
I love it. It's great. It's great. It makes everyone go, oh my God.
Oh my god, yeah, that is pretty good. Well, yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you for your time, and definitely
Of course.
check out Moon. She is an amazing streamer. It's a pleasure to like talk to you, and pleasure to watch you as well. It's always enjoyable. So please check her out for doing this podcast with me. I'll put all the links in the description, so please check that out and give her a follow. But yeah,
Thank you so much. Guys,
yeah.
go follow Scouter as well, by the way.
No,
Just saying.
no.
Go follow Scouter right
No,
now.
I'm
I'll
not
find
here.
you.
But I will say, we're on Spotify. Watch us on Spotify. We're here on Spotify and also on YouTube, Scottish15. If you want to see our faces and our reactions of jangling our hands. I don't know. But yeah, thanks so much. I hope you have a
Thank you
good
so
everyone have a
much.
great rest of the day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.